35 days until me and the Bare Metal 55 are supposed to be taking on Big Sky Race Week. I still got a big list of stuff to do, but we're getting there. This time, new side glass, baby. All right, so I showed in a previous video, I got all new glass from All City, no. I can't remember the name of the company. Something Classics in Minnesota. I'll look it up before this is over and tell you, but windshield and back glass I think are in there. And the other side glass I think is all in here. I probably should have opened it and inspected it. Hopefully none of it's broke because it's been a while since I've had it and I just didn't want to unpackage it and then break it. So I did open this up and look in here, but I mean, really, you can't. I got a disaster. Anyways, you can't really see. So I need to get that out, but we are gonna start with this broken side window here. This has been broken since like 1996 or something, somewhere in there. A kid, I was standing there looking at him, he picked up a rock and threw it right at my window. I was like, what the hell, you little bastard? Anyway, so that's been broke for a while. And then I recently broke that one. And it's all pitted and stuff from somebody not being careful welding and grinding. So I decided to get new glass. I just watched a video from Dan Chuck because this is going to sound like a broken record, but again, I'm doing something I've never done before. I've never taken any of this glass out of here or messed with them in any kind of car. I'm probably going to need some help with the windshield and back glass, but I'm going to try to tackle the sides by myself. So I watched a video from Dan Chuck. Looks pretty simple. You got to get the wing window out of here first, I guess. There's a couple screws up here. Couple screws in here, a couple with the regulator, so one's exposed, one must be under that seam sealer there, and then I think this guy, and then the wing window will come out, and then you can get the side glass out. So let me get set up and we will see if we can figure it out. Went and found me a screwdriver that probably is a little small, but let's see. When I was watching the video, I think you did these ones first. I don't know if it matters, but we got two little screws right up here at the very top, Phillips head screws. Uno. All right, so it's unscrewed. All right, well, I guess we'll hope it comes out when we take the rest of the stuff out. And then there's two screws right down here. Can you guys see those? 1, 2. So now we're gonna work on those bad boys. Looks like I'm going to be fishing this bad boy out at the bottom of the door. It's still sitting there, it's jammed in. Huh. Jackpot. So a big flat-headed screw. Let's see if we can not drop this one. Place your bets. I'm probably going to drop it. Oh, look at there. Nailed it. Whoop, whoop. Still dropped it, just not in the door. All right, now we got two right here. Messing up my paint job now. This kind of holds the regulator in place, I guess. What I don't know is it's gonna like fall into space when it's loose or it's in there. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it didn't fall into space. So it's attached. It's all attached, I guess. That makes sense. Now I think it's this little guy right here, which looks like probably about a 9/16. Got it right for once. Let's see. Let's try and get it down, huh? All right, now that's. Now in the video, they said something about turning it a certain way. I don't remember that far back, so I'm going to either have to rewatch it or just struggle with it a little bit, I guess. It doesn't necessarily just fall right out of there, I don't think. Let's get rid of this. Maybe that'll help. It looks like you would want to go this way because that's coming. A little bit of space now. All right, now we got it outside of the door frame, anywho. All right, did I forget something? It looked a heck of a lot easier in the little 2-minute video I watched. What's the secret? All right, I watched that little video again. He doesn't really say much, but it looks like his regulator is separated. There's one more bolt right here. Battery just died, but I took apart that other bolt here, and then the regulator just fell to the bottom of the door. And, all right, well now I can see, aha, screwdriver. So, perhaps, maybe, unless I just missed it. So I took apart these two screws with the regulator, but there's also a screw right here. There's supposed to be two. I didn't take that one out of there, so it was already gone. But that's what's not letting us go anywhere. So obviously there's two at the top, two right there, and then the two with the regulator. And maybe you don't have to take the regulator off of there. I don't know. I did. We'll see on the next one, I guess. But I think if I take this one more screw out of here, then we're finally got ourselves a winner. Come on now. The old stud there at the end. Not here. All right, you're right here. You know what I'm talking about. Couldn't get that guy through there. All right, wing window is out. Enough bad jokes. Now, supposedly, there's 4 screws holding this guy on. So, look in this little hole here. 2 screws there. 2 screws there. Ah. Well, bam. Nailed it. Anybody want some broken side glass? I didn't think so. All right, so I'm taking off these window fuzzies. This guy was right here like this, and I pulled it back enough to see that there was this little clip guy. There's a little slot, and that was in there, but that's the one I did it will pop out. The rest of them just pulled off of this. Now I'm just pulling these little clips out of here. I have new ones, again, probably circa 1995 or whenever I bought that soft seal kit. I assume that's where they came from, because I don't remember ever buying them. So I got new ones, and these had just like self-tapper screws in the kit. So I'm guessing you just screw it on, huh? And also, well, let's look. Maybe the other piece goes... Yeah, so the other piece goes on the garnish molding. So this guy goes right there. And the other window fuzzy is on here, again with some little clips. I'd have to remove that and I guess screw the new one on. Let's consult the experts. Install new window fuzzies, 1955 Chevy 2-door sedan. We got some options here. Let's do some reading and we'll get back to you. Dang it. All right, now we're down to 28 days. I don't remember where I left off making this video, like almost a week ago. I got busy doing other stuff, busy with work, blah, blah, blah. If it was, if people were watching videos for YouTube excuses about not getting cars done, I'd be the #1 channel on the old interwebs. But it's supposed to be about building cars, so that's why nobody watches, I guess, because all it is excuse. Anyways, I did get some of these felts on there and on here. I just screwed them on. I watched a couple videos. A couple guys glued them on, and that seemed kind of tedious, and other guys screwed them on. I don't mean the screw is kind of exposed, but there's felt, proud of it, so the window shouldn't hit it. I wouldn't mind. I'm going to go see if I can find some smaller headed screws. But anyways, I got those put on. This is just back in here temporarily because I used it to measure the window felt. See, I don't know if all the kits are like this, but mine just came, and again, I've had them since 1990 something, as 4 long sticks like this, not pre-bent or anything, so you got to put it in there and figure out how to bend it. And then it's a little longer than you need, so you put the vent window back in there to figure out where to cut it on that side. So now we're at the point where I need to get some glue on there, and then you glue and screw that into here, and then we can carry on from there and try to get these dang side glasses all installed. I need to get all this done today, because I need to tackle this gear vendors, and there's a whole list. You've seen it. We got stuff to do. So let me find some adhesive and we'll get going on this again finally after a week of doing nothing. Dang it. All right, so I got this all test fit in there and I think it's good. The video I watched said to glue and screw this guy in. The old stuff didn't have any screws in it, but it also was falling out in the corner. So I'm gonna throw some screws in there. I got Loctite black weather strip adhesive. Seems like something that might work, right? I don't know. I'm assuming I'm going to get this all over everything as I try to slide this in there. Now I should have showed you this before and I didn't, but the camera's over there. We want to put a couple screws in here, and there's kind of some spots where you do want to screw and you don't want to screw, because there's some spots where you would screw right into the door channel. So I put a couple X's on the spots where I want to put the screws so I don't screw that up. We're going to try to get this in here without getting adhesive on everything. You got it? These are just little self-tappers that came in the kit. I got a little mark right here. Make sure one more time before I go through. This seems reasonable. And well, bam. Hopefully with the new fuzzies, I can get this vent window back out of here. All right, I think we're ready to actually install the side glass now. Auto City Classics, that's where I got the glass. Open up this box and find our hopefully not broken glass. Don't let the box beat you. I think you can get this stuff all date coded. I didn't do it. I did. Well, I'll show you in a second what I got, I guess. There's different options for clear, smoke, or green. What do you guys like? Clear or smoke or green? That's what I like. We got the green, baby. I was thinking it was going to come with the little channel thing on it. Oh, that scared me. Okay, so apparently I need to reuse this guy, huh? I was thinking it was going to come with that already, so now I got to figure out how to get, I guess I don't have to worry about breaking it. We got to get this out of here or explore around in the packaging a little bit more and see if there's some more in there. So like it just wants to pull off of there, but then it stops, so I don't know if this is a bad idea. It kind of wants to come off and it kind of doesn't. Sure, plying on the edge of this glass isn't good. So it's already broke. I just don't want it to shatter into a million pieces all over me or something. And I don't want to destroy this channel because apparently I need that. So we got both ends loose, but the old middle don't want to come free. There we go. All right, now I suppose I'm gonna need some sort of whatever this destroyed piece here was. Well, is that gonna screw up my whole project here? And try. Are you guys even looking at me? I don't know. Let me try to figure this out. Okay, I think I have a plan for the rubber. I'm going to use a little bit of rubber, a little bit of glue. We'll show you what we're doing there and hopefully it'll work. But before that, I have one of these. We got 4 of these little holes here. 1, 2, 3, but number 4, the screw or stud is broke off in there. So I'm going to try to just drill it out. A little tiny drill, and then hopefully I can get it out of there. good so far. Whammy blammy. Now if I can get it back out of... Ow! Careful, that's hot! Alright, we got it out of there. Let's see, what goes in there? One of these guys? There, got it out of there, and, well... And I don't even think I screwed up the threads. Let's get a screwdriver so I can crank it in there a little bit, just to be sure. Oh yeah. All right, let's move our workstation over to our spot on the floor and the rug over there. And we will attempt to put the glass in here. All right, we got the little glass setting channel, if that's what it's called. Kind of cleaned up. This thing is fairly rusty, so that's why I was wire wheeling. And I'm gonna put a little window adhesive in there, and I want something for it to stick to. It's still fairly rusty. You can buy new ones of these, and I probably should have. And you can buy, I was just Googling, I can't remember what it's called, the window setting tape anyways, you can get a new one of these, and then you can get what you're supposed to use to put the, the window in there, the little setting channel and the setting tape, glass setting tape, I can't remember what it's called. A lot of the comments I saw said that people that bought that couldn't use it because it was too thick and they couldn't get the glass in there. So, like I said, I talked to my buddy David. He said he used a bike tire and a little bit of glue combination. So we're gonna try that. So I think I have a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan. In a perfect world, I think I would want this to fit together a little tighter, but I'm hoping once I add a little bit of this adhesive, I bought some 3M window weld, that's gonna tighten up the channel just a little bit. I also kind of tried to squeeze it together a little bit with some pliers, and I just stuck it back on there and it still fits a little loose. So we're gonna put a little adhesive inside the channel, and then we're gonna have the inner tube, the rubber in there, and then we're gonna have a little adhesive on this glass. So it's gonna kind of be glued together and hopefully friction fitted together. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I assume what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get this crap all over everything. Like I said, it's a little bit of a loose fit. If I add another layer of the inner tube, then it seems too tight. I can't get it in there. So I'm going with basically a double layer of inner tube and a little adhesive. I'm trying to get the adhesive over on the side a little bit, so hopefully take up some of that space. I don't know what this 3M window weld is made out of, but like 35 bucks for a tube of it downtown. Probably could have just used almost anything else I would have seen. Means I don't know if this is going to work either. Alright, so we got some in there and some in my pants just for good measure. And this is directional. The brackets are different looking, they're flat on that side. Anyways, I took a picture before I took it off, luckily, because I think this must be the back of the window. So it goes on here like so, according to the picture I took. So make sure you put it on the right way. Hopefully I'm putting it on the right way, but I think I am. And then I'm just gonna run a bead right along the bottom of this that will hopefully glue the glass to the inner tube, and then the inner tube is glued to the channel. And I don't know if stuff sticks to any of this stuff or not, but hopefully it will. I need two hands. Use my leg vise action here. You guys can comment down below how you did this, if you've done it, if you bought the little specific part and if it worked for you. I guess I didn't, I wish I would have opened all this stuff up. I didn't plan ahead, and I didn't realize I had to do this part of it for some reason. I didn't think I had to do this part. I don't know why, but that's where I'm at. So now what I'm going to do to try to not make a huge disaster of a mess, which is going to be impossible, I'm sure, I'm going to get this where I think is home to start. I got a couple of these little clampy clamps. I'm going to clamp it in place so then I can kind of put this on here. Then another clamp on this end to hopefully hold it in place so it's not falling all over and making a huge disaster with this adhesive. Now I take this clamp back off and I just put my hand right, dang it, in the adhesive. That's no good. Now I got all over my glove. So I'm just gonna take the glove off because I don't want to get that all over everything. And I think it goes this way. Kind of right at the corner seems like where it started. Get rid of that clamp. Ugh. And it's a little of a tight fit, but I think you'd want it tighter. More adhesive on this glove, now I'm getting everywhere. This thing seems a little bent also, which is probably from me prying it out of the old glass, so hopefully that's not going to be an issue. Try not to break my glass here, first thing. Anyways, that's what I came up with. I don't know, I don't think that worked that great. I mean, the glass is in there. I went ahead and threw a couple of these big clamps on it, but it was super messy, because I put the glue in the channel and then the glue on the window. And now that I think about it, means I use like a double layer of inner tube. There's like 2 layers of inner tube with no glue anyways. So, I don't know, we'll let this set up and hopefully it'll work, and we'll see if we can come up with a different plan for the other ones, or maybe it'll seem like it's gonna work. I mean, it's stuck in there, even without the glue. It's not a super tight fit. But I mean, I can pull it apart, but it doesn't just come apart, so I don't know. All right, I guess I gotta mess with this vent window now. It looks like, I don't have them out yet. The new glass is just the glass, not the frame, nothing else. So you gotta get this apart. And what I did, there's just a little rod right there. Hello. It goes up into this little hole. So I opened it to about 90 degrees, put a screwdriver. I wasn't filming, but just probably like that until you get enough room to pop that out of there. And then it'll pull out like so. And now I guess we have to be able to reuse this frame. So hopefully, seems like it's easier than I thought it was going to be compared to how the other stuff was kind of a pain to get off. There we go. And well, bam, as I say. Now it does look like, you know, there is some sort of dry rotted rubbery type crap in there. So there's probably supposed to be, again, some sort of window channel. So we got to decide. I think I'm just going to clean this up and press fit the new window in there. Maybe I'll throw a little bit of adhesive. I'll probably just try to press fit it in dry and see how tight it is. And then if nothing else, maybe we'll put just a little teeny tiny bead of that adhesive around that frame. All right, let me clean this up and see what we can manage with this. Well, that was an unbelievable pain in the butt. Oh, and I did it wrong again. Gosh darn it. so it's still being an unbelievable pain in the butt. So for the second time, I put this in freaking wrong. All right, so it needs to go this part out there when I open it. So last time when I couldn't get the glass to close, it was sticking out a little bit, but I also was trying to close it the wrong freaking way. So then I tore the like broken up, brittle, rubbery gasket stuff that was inside of here out so I could get it to push in further. But then it was too loose with just the inner tube. And then I tried to get, you know, another layer of rubber and that wouldn't work. And oh man, it's just been a nightmare. I ended up just putting duct tape, or actually used Gorilla Tape along the edge of the glass. Put it in there and then cut it off. Maybe someday I will order the correct gasket that goes in there, because I probably should replace all this rubber seal. It's all messed up on this side. So doing all this new weather stripping and window stuff, and I'm probably gonna get wind noise right through the old vent window here, but I finally got it. At least this part. Now I can, let's see. Well, I guess now, hopefully this urethane stuff is cured good enough. I'm not super happy about the way that went either, but now we can actually put the glass back in the door. This is supposed to take a couple hours. I've been here all freaking day and I don't have one done yet. 3 days later, I'm ready to try and put a piece of glass in the car. Let's see what else. Interesting. Okay, where's them freaking? No thingy. All right, I gotta figure out how to do this. All right, I finally got that in there. It was just a matter of holding it in a little different position and then starting the screws through the side. It wasn't that big a deal. I stole one screw from over there because I was missing one, so I'll have to get another one before I do that side. But then I realized too that if you have the window down, you can access the one side right here. So it's maybe easier than going through this little hole. But now I gotta fish the vent window back through there. Let's see how bad that goes. No, before I do that, I have to replace this window channel in the vent window. I have a kit over here, and I'm assuming that's what these straight pieces right here are for. This guy right there. Looks like this one is riveted on, so I'll have to drill that out and then I guess screw this other one on somehow. So off we go to attack that. All right, so I drilled those rivets out. I'm gonna put this new channel in. I'll throw a little glue in here, and then we got to drill, I guess, through the channel. Probably didn't need the glue, means we're screwing it down too, but whatever. I gotta figure out how to get the channel where I want it, and then drill holes through that in the right spot. All right, I guess if we just go this way. Uno, dos. I don't really get to that one. 3, 4. And there was also, so there was self-tapper screws and some of these screws and nuts. So I'm going to use these ones with screws and nuts for this. Means I can get to both sides. Kind of guessing that was the dealio. And like bigger or something. Right through the finger maybe. I got glue on there. So the video I watched that made this all look so darn easy, they didn't have to do any of it. They didn't, I mean, they either had to do it and didn't show it or bought all new pieces or something, but they didn't have to do the part where you put the glass in the channels and mess with this stuff. So it looked a lot easier than it ended up being for me. I think we kind of missed on this one. What's that gonna do to us? All right, we've got a couple layers of goodies here, and they're all pushed apart, so we need some plier action. One to screw, one or the other. Something ain't quite panning out. Going in there a little crooked, I think. I think I need a little bit longer screw for right here, which is nice, because then I'm gonna have to find something or go get something so I can keep going. Anybody want to buy a 55 Chevy? I'm not having fun today. Oh, yeah, it's just not quite gonna be too much shiz in the way for this. Get a nut on it. Sure, I don't want to put the nut in the other way because then it's gonna be in the frickin' channel, you know? It's just too close to the edge here. Ha! Screw needs to go that away. Far enough to get a nut on here, and there's just not room for a nut, no matter how you look at it. So I gotta figure something else out there. Maybe if the screw was longer, I could get it started and then force it to where it needs to be. Maybe my using the little bolts and nuts was not the right move on this one because there's just not room for that nut there. All right, you guys are bored watching this. All right, finally got it. I was able to force that one through there. I had to warbled out the hole and kind of put it at a bit of an angle. And now we got new window felt on the vent window. So now we can try to put the vent window in the car. All right, how's that angle? Not very good. I don't know if the window needs to be up or down or if it matters. Put that part through there. I'm guessing down maybe would be easier. Where do we gotta go around down there? Down. Angle that in there. Yeah, I think down because otherwise I can't get around the channel. Around the channel. Down a little more. Bam. All right, now we need to find some more screws, which I think I was missing a couple of again. I remember it. There was only 2 in here. And now as luck would have it, I only have 1. Perfect. All right, I gotta go find some more of these guys. All right, I think I got 4 that'll work. They're all different, but at least they're all Phillips. I had a whole bunch that were flathead, so you know there's something from the car for sure. Little flat-headed sheet metal screws. Dose. All right, where's the hole? Where the screws go, but I can't see the little pry action on the regulator. Oh, down she goes. Hey, well, I can't find the one I just dropped, but here's one of the original ones I couldn't find before. I'll find the other one. All right, pry on something here. Can you guys see me? So there's a little hole here where the regulator goes. I'm gonna pry that way. Son of a... Strike 2. There's a little ledge right here that catches it, and then I can't get it out of there without knocking it down. Need a... Only I had a magnet. Close. Alright, so that one's in. Does that mean that hole should be close? It is. Now, hopefully I wasn't supposed to screw these down. Probably was. But I guess we'll find out. Well, that screw, even though I think that's the original screw, it kind of strips out right there, so I need one a hair bigger. I think the one I dropped was just a smidgen bigger. And of course now that one won't come back out of there all the way. Finger in there to pull on it. Well, it was quite a bit more of a chore than I thought it was going to be, but I finally got one of the 4 window areas done. Holy cow. I just didn't know about the whole glass in the setting channel part and the wing window messing with that. Other than that, it was pretty easy. Even got my anti-chrome garnish molding on inside. Just need a little door lock cover, something cool for there. And maybe a door panel someday. Guess I need to find a window regulator. Maybe spray some more black on here so I fix my door panel. And yeah, 1 down, 3 to go. I haven't even seen a video of what you got to do for the back, but I assume there's no wing window, so it's probably just like this. I got to roll it down, unscrew some screws, pull it out, replace all the window channel. I'm sure there's the whole glass track setting it into their thing. On this one, I did the rubber inner tube and the what's that called? Window sealant stuff, 3M window weld, I think it was, something like that. I wasn't super stoked about how it worked. I mean, I guess it worked. Hopefully it stays in there tight enough. If the other window channel things are like that one, it's pretty much, I mean, it wasn't rusted beyond repair, but it was rusty for sure and pitted. And I think the reason you don't want to just glue it in there is because you can never get it back out of there. But I think if these other ones look like that one did, I'm just going to use the window weld and glue the glass into that channel. Just knowing that if I ever have to replace the glass, I'm going to replace that channel. I wish I would have known it didn't come with them. I probably would have just ordered them. But anyways, now I know. and we just got to fight with these last 3. So we'll keep plugging away. Bonus for this window is get a roll bar to crawl under, over, and through probably 8 million times while I try to figure this out. And the glass install continues to kick me in the butt. Maybe all you guys knew this, but I didn't realize that to get to the quarter window glass, there's rear window glass, to get these back windows out, you got to take the seat out. There's 2 screws right in this little, right there somewhere where I'm shining the light. And I have one of these little chintzy little 90-degree thingamabobbers, but there's just really not enough room to get it in there. And I'm sure I'm just gonna fight with it for 35 days if I try to do that. So I guess we'll do the right thing and take the seat out. Now I'm gonna try to, the seat is a pain in the butt to get in and out, and that's how this window got broke. I'm gonna try to pop the seat up and just slide it forward enough to, you know, I gotta lift the back one up to unhook it, and then just kind of leave them back there, but they're gonna be in my way, but I don't wanna fish them out of the roll bar. So I gotta move all this stuff, try to get the seats loose, and then work on the rear quarter glass. Okay, so the rear quarter glass so far is a disaster. There's the pile of rust and leftover window channel that came out of there. So this is what I finally got out. I lubricated these rollers because they wouldn't roll anymore. All the instructions I see, just like on the front door, says to take these 4 screws out, 2 on each side. Well, look, mine aren't screwed. They're like spot welded. So instead of being able to take those loose and then pull this free, I had to manipulate the window so that this would come off the little roller system in there. So I don't know now if I should drill and tap those, because maybe that'll make it easier to put back together. I don't know. I'm going to try to just wiggle it. And of course you have to like do this whole weird thing, and I got a roll bar in the way. Yeah, I'm not confident that I'm ever going to get another piece of glass back in here, but I guess we're going to try. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit better, and then, like I said before, I think if I ever have to replace this glass again, this channel is getting replaced too. So I may just window weld urethane goop, whatever, in there. I'll see how tight it is with just the glass. So I got to get that in. I got to get this cleaned up, get that in there. And then I got to figure out, I got to do this felt, and I got to do the little window fuzzy thing. Well, I guess there's not much after that. I'll get rid of that guy. So obviously those needed replaced. And the window channel, I don't know if it's screwed in there somehow, or just, looks like it's got a couple little clips on it. Anyways, I got to get that out of there. I'll fight, and I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a fight. It's like 8 o'clock at night. I thought I'd be done with all of these by now, but I've said enough of that already. I don't think I'm ever going to get done. Didn't seem like that big of a deal, but it's turning into quite a big deal. So I'm going to keep going though. What's a guy to do, right? All right, well, here we go. I did the same rubber and a little bit of glue trick on here. It seemed like it worked a little better. I was a little more careful with the glue, and it was a little tight. I am not super confident that I'm gonna get this dang thing back in here, but I guess we're gonna try. Yeah, so when I took it out, I don't think I was filming, but the glass just came out of this channel. So I pulled the glass out of there, and then I had to fight the channel out. So now I gotta try to fight it all back in there together. Okay, and I think I'm gonna have to go in like this, upside down and back. Got it kind of in the hole. First battle, I guess. Can't see nothing. I don't have 4 extra hands. So, yeah. When I was fighting with just the channel, I could be where the glass is going to be now, so that made it a little different, didn't it? So what do I got to do now? I guess I got to get this glass in there, probably. Glass hits that. More in the back, maybe. But I gotta get in that channel and move forward. How is way up there? That was jammed. Coming up in the window felt. I'm in the window felt. Now is where I lose control because I can't be in there. So now I gotta get this. I can't see anything because there's glass in the way now. When I was practicing, there was no glass in the way. But I have to get this first. Oh, I'm so close to the first one. Alright, I got the first little guy. Get close, but I missed it. right, now I'm in the window roller. Now I don't know how this back one goes because I took that out of there. I don't even know if I had to. I watched the video and they said I'd take that out of there. I gotta figure out how to put this back in the back corner. Probably before the glass. First thing I took out. All right, I gotta go fight with it. And well, bam. Rear quarter glass installed. Yeah, it was fun. I think I'll do, when I do the other one, maybe I'll do a whole like step-by-step for a whole separate video, just a quick little how-to. Because I couldn't find a quick video of how to do this. And so I kind of made it up on my own. Well, like I said, the ones I seen were different because my glass was different. But I was able to get that back little piece in. Once you roll your window all the way down, you can reach in through here and slip that curved roller thing on the roller and then get it in. And that is, seat's in the way, but those two screws back there, but right on the back corner of the window, those have some slots, and that's kind of your window adjustment. So at first I had it down too far, and then the window wouldn't go up all the way, and then I moved it, or it would go up all the way, but I had a gap here in the corner, and then I moved it, and then it wouldn't go up all the way because it was hitting right here. So you got to kind of play with that to get the window adjusted to where it closes somewhere's good. So the only thing I'm not too stoked about on this one is I mangled this window felt. When I was putting it in, it kind of twisted on me, but oh well, what do you do, right? Well, I thought I was going to get all these done today, and I got half of it done, and it's probably where it's going to end for tonight. I guess I do need to find my garnish molding. Maybe if I can find that, I'll put that on tonight. I got to put the little window felt. But I think we'll probably be back tomorrow to do the rest of it. I got to charge batteries in this and in this. The other side will be a lot easier because I figured out all the headaches on this side, but that's how it is, I guess, right? But look at there, we got new shiny green tinted glass in the bare metal 55. Is I finally got the window in and I got it to fit and I got it adjusted, and the part I didn't show you was it just takes just a little bit of coaxing, and then usually what's involved with the coaxing is if you have a wrench that you can throw, that helps, and then you cuss a lot, and then after that eventually it works. So there we go, down she goes. Oh, I got to put the little stopper back in down there, probably about there. But she goes down and she goes up. It stays in the channel and ends up closed everywhere. So let me throw that little guy back in there and clean up this mess, and we'll move on to something better. Well, bam. Less enthusiastically this time because I'm over it. That one's done. Got the garnish molding put on, greased everything. It rolls up and down. It rolled up and down. The other one's the same over there, like really, really smooth. And then once I put the garnish molding on, it like tightened it up, and now you got to kind of like, yeah. And I do have smaller, those are vent window rollers that I have on there. And that's just what I grabbed, but I don't know. I think that's what I'm going to have to use because I think the full ones are going to hit the roll bar. Anyways, what I came back on to show you was maybe I was being overly worried about how tight I was getting the glass in the little channel, like in my vent window on the other side. I used tape and I messed with it for like 6 days to get it just how I want it. Then I was like, I wonder how tight this one is. Not very. So we're down to this one last, well, I guess 2 windows, the driver's side, door glass, and the vent window. I don't know if I'm gonna come back and show you guys any of that stuff. I'm gonna put that in. I don't know, I just got a disaster how it happens. All this old channeling and rust and bits and pieces and tools everywhere. So we're gonna get this last piece of glass, these last 2 pieces of glass put in, get all this stuff cleaned up. I got to get the back seat put back together, Hopefully we'll have time to do something else still at the end of the day, but with my luck, this is going to be complicated, and it's going to be even harder than the last one was, because I thought this side would be easier because I already done that side, but it wasn't any easier. It probably actually took me longer. So off to this door. We might come back. This might be it. I don't know. I got too much stuff to do to be videoing all this crap, so I got to get to work. We'll talk to you when we talk to you. This time, next time, whenever. Thanks.